I'm Philippe Adam. I'm the Director of Business Analytics at Abbott Medical Optics. This is the Medical Optics Ophthalmology Group of Abbott Labs. And my responsibilities as Director of Business Analytics is to look for market-based intelligence and data to help the business make decisions around their strategies and tactics in the marketplace. This is my first TMP that I'm involved with at Abbott Medical Optics. My understanding is actually that Abbott Labs as a whole has sponsored, this would be the third one, another division, and Abbott Medical Optics the second one. But personally, I've also, at my previous company, before joining Abbott Labs, I was involved with a TMP project, which is why I was so excited when I joined Abbott Medical Optics to see if I could be involved somehow in another TMP project for the company. One of the main things I wanted the team to do for me was to really go out into the marketplace and get really that unsolicited third-party neutral feedback and voice of the customer for us. What were our people that use our products thinking about not only us, but about things that are important for them in the way they run their business, so that we could perhaps in turn better tailor our services and products to them going forward. That's something that companies are notoriously poor at doing, and having someone that comes in with an outside perspective and asking your customers for really genuine, honest feedback was perhaps the way we most greatly benefited from this. I could have chosen between experts and, let's say, voice of the customer, but then they would have probably not have any background in ophthalmology on the technical side. Or I could have gone with people that were really well versed in the field, in the industry, in ophthalmology, but not necessarily well versed on the voice of the customer side. So trying to find a balance between the two is pretty hard. And I would say that getting a graduate student from KGI is they're not necessarily experts in either one, but I think they have a good balance between the two in a sense that they have a certain technical background, knowledge of the medical device space, the industry across the whole team, not as individual experts, that they could get up to speed pretty quickly. But I was looking for someone who could come in with an outside perspective, and I thought that was something that they could bring. So that was why I chose a grad student team from KGI to do this for me. Even when I was running the TMP project in my previous company, teamwork was really great between the students, and things worked, I thought, was very smooth how the project worked, how we interfaced, and how I felt all the team members worked with each other. And the same thing with the team that was currently working on a project for me. I thought that they work wonderfully together. I've had experiences with other kinds of teams, let's say business school teams, where everyone wants to be the leader, and you sometimes have some tension between the different team members. But I felt that what I really enjoyed this was that there was eagerness to kind of work together and to get things done as efficiently as possible, and really to please me, the sponsor, as the outcome. Under what circumstances would I sponsor another Team Masters project? I think it comes down to two things, right? It comes down, for me as the sponsor, there has to be a really good fit with a need within my company. So what's a pressing project that we have that solves a real problem that we will be able to act on the recommendations. There's nothing worse than having students or someone work on a project, they come back with recommendation, just sits on a shelf. So I wanted to find something that was meaningful, that I would be able to sell to my company and to my colleagues as something that would be worth doing. Granted also that another factor is, there's a certain time commitment that you have to have. So I also have to make sure that I have the time to commit to this, and other folks in the organization have the time to commit to that. And on the other end of the spectrum, what makes a good project is from the student's perspective, right? So finding something that could add value to the students' education, to the program, so that when they actually get something out of it as well. So I try to find a balance between the two.